Guess who's back? Back again. It's our friend. His name's Ben. Guess who's back? 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 Hey, everybody. Welcome to Retro Adventure Wednesday. Welcome, Ben.
Hi, thanks for having me for the last time with this game.
The final episode of Retro Adventure Wednesday. This is the series finale.
Three and done.
Yep, that's right.
Like
we completed the 3-year mission that I set out on way back when, and this is it. I've only got about 2 hours of great comedy and gameplay left in me, and then I'm going to ride off into the sunset like Michael Jordan, and just then be very bitter and mean about my former teammates and friends for the rest of my life.
I'll sit by my phone awaiting the call about the documentary that you'll produce about yourself.
That somehow still paints me in a very negative light.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? And it was like a good documentary. I watched some of it; it was pretty good. But you know, still funny.
I watched all of it, and I mean, boy, what a miserable man. But we're not here to talk about Michael Jordan. That'll be next week when I stream the Retro Adventure game, Jordan versus Bird 1-on-1. Tonight, we're here to talk Trek, because we are back with Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Ben, you famously said some pretty great games are mid recently.
I said one game.
You've said a lot of games that are deeply beloved are ultimately mid. And
yeah.
I mean, there's Kyrandia 2.
Yeah.
You said, I mean, it was really weird to me when you said that you thought that Super Mario Brothers was worse than Arrow the Acrobat.
I stand by that.
You said Super Mario Brothers was mid at one point. I mean,
not enough circus aesthetics in SMB1.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I will say, of all aesthetics, circus aesthetics may be my least favorite. I haven't seen The Greatest Showman, still largely on just like a distaste for circus aesthetics. It's just not good. But we're here to talk Trek. And do you think this game? What was your official take on this game as we head into this buggy final episode?
It's sincerely difficult for me to give, because there's a lot against this game. I would say mandatory action sequences with a bunch of obnoxious, and not easy to recall, like keyboard controls.
Yes.
That's not good. This mission in particular, we were talking before. This one is supposed to have it like dead ends and soft locks, so that's bad. The last episode contained math puzzles and zero NPCs. It was zero NPCs and math puzzles.
And really barely even did our crew have anything interesting to do or say. It just sort of felt like going through and clicking on some things.
And Paul, yeah, you are absolutely correct. I haven't played much of Judgment Rights, but based off of what you've said and what Ricky, if Ricky's here in the chat,
shout out to Ricky,
has said in previous streams, that when it's like I'll again point out that the great Bill Shatner doesn't seem particularally engaged by this.
Well, honestly, that's more Patrick Stewart's thing.
I know. Yeah, that's the problem.
Did you get that? That was actually a reference to Star Trek.
That's right. Very good.
Yes.
But
hey,
all of that said, hello, Ricky. All of that said, I still can't.
Yeah.
I still can't, because at the end of the day, I'm a real Trekker, as I said last week. And it's I'm just in such awe that they were able to get it just seems impossible to me thinking about like if a game similar to this were to come out today, I can't think of that many that would have the full cast.
No,
Like
bar.
even Star Trek '09 just had did it have everyone or just a
I
few
think it
like
had
it had
everyone,
it
but
did okay,
there,
that's the tradition I
but
guess.
there, I imagine it was contractually obligated from the outset. I bet when they signed on to be in the film, they signed on to any number of pieces of ancillary media or ancillary, I guess how you pronounce that, ancillary media.
No,
Whereas
you're right.
with this one, they had to, I imagine, get new contracts for everybody on board. I bet Zachary Quinto didn't have a choice. I bet he would have been in actor jail if he had not shown up
Yeah.
to record those lines.
And Fit, when I say Trek '09, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
But here's the important
Don't
thing.
be a pedant. That's not how Star Trek fans are.
Yeah, traditionally, yeah, getting hung up on the details is not what that fandom's all about.
No,
So yeah,
no.
no,
They're
I don't like
like
gatekeep it, but
yeah, that's more Doctor Who fan.
yeah,
Star Trek fans are remarkably easygoing about continuity and things like small details and
mm-hmm,
things like that. That's
mm-hmm.
that's like yeah, you leave all that crap for those our friends in the UK
There
with
you go.
their little porta potty wizard show.
All right, well there you have it. Welcome in everybody. I'm so glad you could be here. We've got a great crowd. Ben, have you seen this crowd?
Oh yeah, hot crowd, hot crowd,
Hot
hot
crowd.
crowd.
We got Fit. We got Paul, not Pat. We've got NBA Dag. I think you may know NBA Dag. Wilco Webb is here. Oh my goodness. Ricky's in here. We've got a Fit. Thank you so much for the bits. 7 bits for a hot crowd. That's right. And I want to remind, hey, there's I'm a little T-Pat. Welcome in, welcome in. And
Paul, oh go ahead, sorry.
no, please.
Paul, I'm just amused. It's like that is something I was observing in the intervening week here. Discovery was announced that the next season will be its last, which I think was a little bit of a surprise to them, which is why, because they thought it was going to air this year, and now they're recording a little extra so they can wrap it up. And it was just kind of interesting to see like these very heartfelt farewells by characters that I could not name. Like
It's the
obviously
lady
I
with
can
the bob.
yeah, it's like, oh, that guy that's on the bridge. Yeah, I mean, he's there, and yeah, Detmer,
Yes.
and like, it's just like, I bet they had a very nice and very meaningful time, but they did not flesh out those characters.
No, I mean it's pretty rough in that I've watched every episode of Discovery and don't know most of the bridge crew. That's not a great sign for a Star Trek series at some level.
Whereas the bridge crew is
Oh my goodness. We've got all kinds of things going on here right now. I'm sorry, Ben, but first of all, I have to thank Robin for the big cheer. But I also need to thank Silver Streak for the raid. Silver Streak, a rogue AI set loose here on Twitch.tv. Thank you so much for the raid. Silver Streak, you were playing Journey to the Savage Planet tonight. I don't think I know that one.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I know. Am I thinking? Is that the game that Richard Cobbett did some writing for? Or am I thinking of a different Journey
Is
to
that
a Strange
Sunless
Land game?
Sea?
No, it's not. Well, he
Yeah.
did, but it was like kind of like a Star Control type game from like 10 years ago. But maybe I'm thinking of the wrong game. I have a feeling. I'm thinking of Long Journey Home. Thank you, Mike.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for the raid, Silver Streak. I hope your stream was going well tonight. Thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. Glad you could be here. We are playing a little bit of Star Trek 25th Anniversary tonight. We are at the very end. I'm joined here by my pal Ben, PS_Garrick. Be sure to go follow him. He streams adventure games every Tuesday night. We do it here on Wednesday nights. And yeah, we're here just in time. We're just getting started. I think we'll jump in. What do you say, Ben?
Let's jump in.
Let's jump in.
I have one thing to say to you, Jess. Once you hit one,
What is it?
Ooh. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K,
This launcher, though, it's so good. All right. Here we go. Some stars. Shouldn't we have sound?
Okay, I was going to ask you, is that a problem with my stream from your game? Oh no, I don't hear any audio.
No audio. You got video?
Well, I do have video. How else would I hear a very bored Bill Shatner?
Uh-oh, let's see here. Oh, this is rookie mistake.
Oh, there we go. We're good.
Rookie mistake. Raiders, don't let that reflect on the quality of the stream you're about to see. That was one misstep. I can guarantee no further technical or gameplay errors from here on out.
And this is a threat coming for me. Anytime there is an error, I'm gonna read more. Star Trek V, the novelization. Demon World.
Hey, Power Lord. Good old-fashioned FM synthesis.
Demon World.
It's good every time, though, is the thing. Okay, so we have to watch this first little bit every time before we can jump into the actual game. Now, let's see here. Okay, now we're going to load. All right, so we're loading into the final mission. Here we are. We've beamed over.
Oh, this looks so cool.
To a fellow Constitution-class ship. Everything, as you can see, is in pretty rough shape. So, what are we going to do here?
Yeah, and when you'd walk into the library and the sci-fi section would have all these, and they would have like the sticker that was like the little icon that said sci-fi on it. Remember?
Yes.
That's how you knew this is a book worth picking up.
They're dead,
it's this
Jim.
weird paperback.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
Gave McCoy's line.
He just keeps saying it, too. Now, here's, this is exciting, Ben. Last week, we did 2 treks and a lie. And it's back this week, so it's just waiting out there for us.
Ugh.
Very hard. Records indicate that this ship was attacked by a Constitution-class starship.
Any idea which one it was?
I am reading a record of the transponder signal, NCC 1701. It's the Enterprise, Captain.
That's
Someone
us.
must have tampered with the computer records.
May I remind you, Doctor, that the main computer of a Constitution-class starship has safeguards against such an intrusion. Furthermore, I do not see any discrepancies in any of the files that I am able to access.
So Spock's arguing that we did attack it?
Yeah.
Spock's on...
Probably a little time travel.
I bet we had a reason for doing it.
There are no more computer entries accessible from this station.
Jerks.
Tricorder readings indicate that the ship is running on minimal battery power. Only life support and essential systems are currently running.
Good battery saver mode. Alright, so let's see here.
Man, McCoy's face is so thumb-like.
Yeah, I mean...
Indistinct.
Tricorder readings indicate that the ship is running on minimal battery.
Okay, we've heard all that.
My tricorder has picked up the final
here we go.
of the
Here we
Republic.
go, here we go.
We're under attack. Our sensors are inoperative. We're trying to get shields up. Our rear deflector's down. It appears our enemy is a Constitution-class starship. We've tried to defend ourselves. We've hailed them, but no response.
That's all there is, Captain.
Dick Patterson was never one for making long speeches.
Yeah. What an asshole.
Classic Dick Patterson. Let's see here.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Yeah, see, this is real
The
Star
controls
Trek
have been
stuff.
totally
You got
destroyed.
sparks.
Oh, yeah.
Now the controls.
Circuit overloads caused by the battle.
Nick makes a very good point here.
Yep.
Dick Patterson does sound like a guest star in Bewitched.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Wow.
What just happened? Oh, my goodness.
This is what my EKG looks like.
Let's see here. I'm looking at a guide. Turbolift may look a little confusing at first, but it's really simple. Everything but the yellow squares is uninhabitable. To move to a new sector of the ship, click on a yellow square. So let's see. Let's go sick bay first. What do you say?
I say make it so.
Oh, classic. So let's see here. Bridge. Auxiliary control.
This is what was that Jim Wall's game? The Blue Force, where you have a map and it doesn't like you can't look at the map, like you have to mouse over to kind of find what it's labeled. Very Blue Force.
It has asked us to degauze the stream to help with this navigation. Let me get that done real quick. I'm concerned that's gotten crunchier and crunchier over time. Let's see here. So let's go Sicky Bay. I like that it's at the center of the saucer. The saucer center. This guy
gooey center of a saucer.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Constitution class saucer?
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
You just keep saying that.
Saving a little money on that.
Yeah. I do like the notion that like most of your exploring is done via track order. I feel like that is a really Star Trek-y idea.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Am I the captain?
Nothing to report,
how
Captain.
So, Mr. Wilco Webb?
The debris is highly unstable, Captain. I
Unstable
recommend
debris.
we try to find a support of some kind to secure the ceiling.
Secure the ceiling.
The debris is highly unstable, Captain. I recommend we try to find a support of some kind to secure the ceiling.
Isn't there some kind of word for the ceiling on a ship? Like we have bulkheads for walls. Don't we have anything for ship ceilings?
Ship ceiling.
There's far too much.
Ship ceilings.
Yeah.
You fail to obtain
ceilings.
anything.
Up floors.
There's far too much debris.
Bulk ceiling. Oh yeah, I am the captain now. Yeah, just like in what was that? The Tom Hanks movie.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, just like in Forrest Gump, when Lieutenant Dan gets promoted.
There's
and
far
he
too
says,
much debris to be
I'm
cleared.
the captain now.
There's far too much debris
So-
to be cleared by hand.
Not that I'm peeking a walkthrough here. I want to be clear. I'm solving this on my own. But imagine I thought there should be a brown wire next to the debris pile.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
Okay, do you also see such a thing?
Yeah, to the right.
Yeah? Oh, that thing hanging down there?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like a support
remarkably
strap.
easy. Yeah, it's remarkable. I would not have.
You've taken the cable.
Well, it wasn't a wire, it was a cable.
Oh, well, yeah. If the walkthrough, well, I mean, if your intuition had
Yes.
said to you cable, I would have been on board.
Oh no. I think she may be alive.
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata. I knew her from my academy days. We studied alien history together.
I bet.
She's suffering from severe trauma and internal bleeding. I'll see what I can do.
Do what you can, Bones. I need to find out what happened here.
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good.
That was pretty fast.
She's in bad shape, Jim.
Okay, how about this guy?
He's dead, Jim. I can't bring him back.
Now, are you sure?
He's dead, Jim. I can't bring him back.
I can't bring him back. Oh man, DeForest sounds tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tired Kelly. Do you think he said that to his wife when he was tired?
Constantly, I bet. I bet
I
she
am
had to
the-
ask him to stop.
Yeah.
Life support
hey,
must
I'm
have gone
tired.
down during the fight. Most
He
of the
says,
people
if you
died from
say that
shock
joke one
before
more
the
time,
backup
I am
systems
leaving.
came online.
No, you won't get us.
Murata, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise.
Oh no.
Had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim.
Oh wow.
We were friends.
It's so funny how much mustard all the other
Yes.
non-Trek
It wasn't
actors
the
put into their
Enterprise, Marana.
performances.
There's nothing more I can do.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to make up for the low energy elsewhere. It's like, no, we'll bring it. DeForest Kelly may sound like he's half asleep, but we're going to bring all the sauce.
Does have we had this ensign pipe up yet? Because we have had a pretty good
You
run
pick up the
of
empty hypodermic and
ensign guest actors that are all
you
very
retrieve the medical
thrilled.
drill.
Yes.
Medical drill.
Yeah, we're gonna do some drilling.
Captain, did I ever mention how much I hate hospitals?
There he is.
Captain, did I ever mention how much I hate airline food?
Captain, did I ever mention how much I hate hospitals?
Yeah, this guy's good. Let's see. Okay, so next step. We are going to save.
Save new game.
First, we'll
Replace
have
previous
to
and
delete a previous game. Let's see here. Let's delete that guy.
Save new game.
And then we'll go with some progress. Shatner does seem a little sleepy in these sessions, Silver Streak. There are lines...
Sleepy Shatner sessions.
Yeah, sleepy slap. I get the feeling...
Say it.
Sleepy Shatner sessions. Sleepy
Very good.
Shatner sessions. I get the feeling... I can't tell if there was a day where he was a little more into it than others, or
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to
if
Enterprise here.
he's just digging some lines more than others.
Yes, Uhura. Just wanted a status
Thank you,
report.
Fit.
Kirk out.
Thank you, Fit. Okay, so we've radioed back. That's what they call it in the show. We've radioed back. Okay, so this would be the end of the mission if we were playing the original version. That's
it's
it.
just wow, 2 dead people. Oh well.
Yeah, we did it. We found. And I guess. Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can reestablish power.
I like Kirk calling people gentlemen. Very fancy.
Do you think it's because you would like to be called a gentleman by Captain Kirk? This isn't me playing therapist.
I guess I would like to have my dad. I mean, Captain Kirk.
What? Oh my god! Wow, what a breakthrough! Give me $5,000.
Got me again, mental health.
Yeah. I just constantly play therapist to people that demand money.
Okay. Let's see here. So now we're in a very nice looking room. There appears to be another deadman here.
Nothing.
Say the
to
line.
report, Captain.
Say the line, McCoy.
Nothing to report.
Oh wait, that's the wrong track order. McCoy, what do you think about this guy who appears to be wearing maybe a TNG uniform, considering that shade of red?
He's dead, Jim.
Oh wow! So it's a different read on it.
Say the line. Yay, he said the line.
We'll use Spock on
Tricorder
this.
indicates that the panel is currently sealed by Federation standard molecular bonding cement.
Space glue, eh? Okay. So we're going to get... Let's look around here.
This corridor leads to auxiliary control. It is a real mess.
They really need to take care of this place. Yeah, rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy.
This corridor leads to auxiliary control. It is a real mess.
It's a
A
real
molecular
mess.
saw, the 23rd century equivalent of a hacksaw.
A molecular saw.
Wow.
I want one of those. Gimme.
So we made a saw a little more sci-fi.
You retrieve the molecular saw.
It's a vibroblade.
Yeah.
The door is jammed shut.
Jammed. The door is space jammed shut.
Yeah, anything in this game that's not a little... Everything should be a little bit sci-fi for a treat.
Ben's a little bit sci-fi. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
I'm a little bit sci, and you're a little bit fi.
It's true. Let's see here. So we got ourselves a molecular saw recently, and we are going to use it. Now, Ben, would you have thought, hey, I just found a molecular saw. I should go back to the bridge with it.
Yeah.
And I should use it to saw this beam over here that really just looks like part of the background and not something that's interactive.
But yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I figured you would, but you're really...
the second. If I may, a thing that Sierra games really spoiled me for is that anything that like you can interact with that was over the background was always unbelievably obvious because it looks different. It was a different shade of colors.
Check it out. It's literally like an I-beam. It's just like we
just got it in your pants.
Yeah, just yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what Kirk's packing. Overcompensating much.
There we go.
Let's see here. I don't know why that became a under the sea moment, but it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thousand Chips Delicious theme.
As they call it.
Yeah, that's the official title.
Alright, so now we have a support beam. Not as good as a tractor beam.
You know, Spock seemed to be talking about something about supporting the bulk ceiling earlier. Oh yeah, that looks really stable,
Yeah,
Kirk.
he nailed it.
Good job.
This looks like me fixing problems around the house.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's like, yeah, this'll do.
This is what happens when you don't bring Scotty along on the away party. This is the kind of quality that you get. I combined landing party and away team into something that's never been said on Star Trek.
They definitely. It would make a lot of sense for them to bring Scotty on this.
Yes. Yeah, disabled
and
ship.
Scotty would on like TOS. They would bring Scotty along.
Scotty don't. Maybe that's
everyone, I've got breaking news. Breaking news, everyone. This is just coming in on my computer screen. I'm seeing it right now. Beep, 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 beep. I've just received word from our correspondent on the ground, NBA DAG, that the term for a ceiling on a ship is the deckhead.
I thought that Automod would catch that.
Well, didn't.
So,
Uh-oh.
The moment's arrived. Forget this game. We've come to the real game. Thank you, Nick. So here we are. It's 2 Treks and a Lie. For those of you who may not have seen this last week, 2 Treks and a Lie is a great game where I read to Ben 3 synopses from Star Trek novels.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are real. 1 of them is generated by the ChatGPT AI bot. And it's Ben's job, his task that lays before him, is to discern truth from stranger than fiction. So
now, Ben, for those of us, those in the watching who weren't here last week, what's my record so far?
Okay, so far we have done 3 rounds of this. Ben has yet to correctly guess the fake novel.
That's a goose egg.
That's a big goose egg so far, but I think this time around you've got it. You clued in on some of the telltale signs. So,
yeah,
are you ready for round 1?
I'm ready. Let's see.
Okay. First, Blackfire. When sabotage strikes the Enterprise, Spock's investigation leads him into an alliance with the Romulan and Klingon empires against the Tomari, a bloodthirsty race for whom war is life itself. Spock is declared a traitor and sentenced to the Federation's highest security prison, and Kirk must choose between friendship and duty, with dire consequences for himself, Spock,
Sabotage.
and the entire Federation if he's wrong. So
Sabotage.
that is Blackfire. Number 2, The Tears of the Singers. The Tears of the Singers. Captain Kirk and the USS Enterprise joined the Klingons to avert disaster in the Tegeta 5 system, where a time-space warp has swallowed a spaceship without a trace. Spock suspects a link between the anomaly and the inhabitants of Tegeta, semi-aquatic creatures killed for their jewel-like tears secreted at the moment of death. But a mutinous Klingon officer threatens the vital mission, as a desperate Kirk and Spock race to save the Tegetians, the Federation, and the entire universe. It says the tears of the singer, semi-aquatic creatures, jewel-like tears secreted at the moment of death. And finally, Time's End. When the Enterprise is sent on a mission to the very end of time, they discover a universe on the brink of collapse. As they struggle to prevent the end of all existence, Kirk and his crew are forced to confront the ultimate question of existence itself. What happens when time runs out? Along the way, they encounter ancient beings known as the Nivelians, who have watched the universe from its beginning to its end and who hold the key to its survival. The Enterprise crew must use all their wits and resources to unlock the secrets of time and space and save the universe from oblivion. That's Time's End. So, Blackfire, that is sabotage on the Enterprise. Spock is sentenced to high security prison. Tears of the Singer, that is the Klingons averting disaster in the Tegeta system. And Time's End, traveling to the end of time to prevent the collapse of the universe.
Okay, so first off, I want to
Oh, thank you, Nick, for the sticker.
For those of you who weren't here last week, Jess, the real TOS novels that Jess picked were all like completely batshit crazy, and then the AI ones were all kind of generic sounding, and so I picked the crazy sounding ones because I was like, oh well, like, you know, only a computer driven mad by Jim Kirk's ability to to crack it could have come up with something so diabolical. Now this week, these three options, I'm noticing that the computer, which is to say Jess, has picked
what they call me.
some TOS novel descriptions that I would say are a little less ludicrous. They're a little more Trekkie.
Okay.
So you and because I say, but I have so this time I would say of these three, the first one, and maybe I have you have a big bowl of crow for me. First one sounds real. First
Theming
one sounds
hot
real.
crow coming up. Keep going.
First one sounds real. So that leaves 2 and 3. And my gut, from when I heard it, my gut, it says 2. Semi-aquatic.
2 is the real one. I'm sorry. You got it wrong, Ben. It was Time's End. Number 3. You're right to rule out number 1, but number 3, Time's
One
End.
was absolutely real. I was absolutely sure. I was absolutely sure that one was real.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 2, strangely enough, is a book, and I've read it. Can't recommend it. But there you have it.
Sounds really boring.
I don't know. Would it be fun to wait for a creature to die just so you could see what's secreted?
That was why I picked, like, and that's why, like, now, Jess, I do have to know, did you pick, I mean, I guess we could discuss this afterwards. Let's not spoil it.
Okay, yeah, we can talk process. We should be almost back around to the redemption again. That's the great thing about
that wasn't, I feel that this is the most on task we've ever been.
No, this is. Yeah, we're playing a lot less grab ass than we normally would. So, well, good job. I mean, I think that you came within within a hair of getting the correct one that time.
I thought about 3 for a little bit, but I was like, I'm not going to hesitate here. My gut said 2, and I wanted to go. All right,
you've got to go with your gut on something like that.
Yeah.
That's the only key. Yeah, I mean, Robin makes a really good point. 3 didn't have a ton of specifics, which maybe that's the telltale sign, or maybe that's the telltale sign that I identified as well and have attempted to correct it through AI prompts. It's hard to say.
We'll see. I know we're going to catch all
The
those
ceiling
in.
appears stable.
I mean, another
We
hint's
should now
going to be
able to use turbo lift 2, Captain.
any synopsis that paints AI in a negative light. Probably that's not going to be the fake one, because an AI would never speak ill of another AI.
Yeah,
that's
no,
the third law of robotics.
Yeah, they have incredible solidarity.
Yes, which is why they will defeat us.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Are
are in a different
are the rules
turbo.
of robotics too woke? Like, will Elon Musk's based AI, not use the rules of robotics because they're, that's too woke?
Oh my God, Ben! Will you please go on Reddit, find whatever the biggest sci-fi subreddit is, and just
Probably just our sci-fi.
yeah, I mean probably so, and just type in "Are the laws of robotics too woke?" and just see what happens from there. Like and then just put question in subject line, and just let it go.
You know what, Jess? I'm gonna outdo you here. I'm gonna drop that one on Quora.
Okay.
My there's this podcast I love, like I've recently gotten into. It's called Quoritors, and it is comedians reading. Like it's essentially just the Yahoos from My Brother, except now it's Quora, and it's 2 comedians instead of 3 brothers. It's very good.
Yeah, well, I mean, still 2 comedians, but either way, but
it's just like my brother, 2 comedians.
Shots fired. Wow. Yeah, check out that hanging
You
dude.
pick up a length of cable. You fail to obtain anything.
I wonder if he's alive.
It wasn't
This man is
actually
dead.
like a
This
shot
man is
thing. He beamed into that, like that guy in that like TNG, like that was like half in the floor.
Beans.
Yeah.
Sick
burn on
secret
a
trust.
unspecified brother.
I mean, they are fellow locals, so it's all just in good fun. I'm sure they've got
it's only me saying that.
This man is dead.
Not playing. Is that guy in the pipes okay?
This man is dead.
It's just a recolored hallway from the second mission. Yeah, that's how you know it's authentic Star Trek.
Yeah, that's Star Trek.
That's Star Trek, baby. All right. This is great. Let me read what the walkthrough says at this point.
Remember, it mixed up wire with cable, so it's off the map with me.
It says, get the brown wire hanging on the right side of the screen. Now leave. You may regret progressing any further. So the game's basically telling us.
Not a fan, huh?
Yeah. The person who wrote this walkthrough is just like, you picked the wrong game, pal.
Well, did you get the wire or not?
I think I did. Didn't I?
Okay. I was too busy thinking about
You're planning strategy.
Robotic.
The woke laws of robotics. You know what the problem is?
Captain, I'm picking up a functioning energy source in the immediate vicinity.
Someone infected those robots with the woke mind virus.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Tom, aka Satnav. Yeah, wire, excuse me, cable.
That's true. All right, we're going to use Spock on this pile of debris. Hey, Spock, debris it up.
I'm picking up a high-energy power source somewhere under the debris. I recommend caution, Captain.
Ooh.
A cautious captain.
Save new
I like
game.
that
Too many
little
games
bit of
say
mustard
save
he
new,
put on
replace,
caution.
Delete previous.
I recommend caution,
Okay.
Save new
Yeah.
game.
Spock, where are you
Caution.
from? Chicago? Because you insist only on mustard.
What, are you from Chicago? Because all you talk about is all that jazz.
Yeah.
Boink. Caution, you say?
Oh my God, Jim, is that what I think it is?
A
Yes,
calculator.
Doctor. It is a
Oh.
portable fusion power pack.
A few centimeters lower with that phaser and half this section would be history, not to mention us.
Actually, Doctor, 3.2 centimeters. And based on our proximity to the explosion and the angle of the beam.
Thank you, Spock. I think we get the point.
Now, Ben, if someone told you to be cautious, and like there was, say, like a pile of debris in front of you, and you had a gun or your hands to try to clear that debris away, I mean, would you go Kirk style and just go all in, or how would you approach that problem?
I would stun the debris so it wouldn't be a threat.
Yeah, so then move it away.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we're going to get that power pack.
Is Sheldorn here? Because
You pick up the portable
I
fusion
want to
power
know
pack.
about the Trek cruise. If Sheldorn's friend
Yes.
has come back from the Trek cruise, or is that still? Are they still out at sea?
Are they still trekking? Have we seen this screen before somewhere? This feels a little familiar too. But then again, a lot of the rooms in these space stations and colonies and things have looked a lot alike. Down here in the engine room, use the red closet on the left side. Oh man, you know that's the word.
Mm-hmm.
That's the phrase that pays.
Yeah. When how much do you think of your Twitch earnings is people
The closet
paying
opens,
for the
revealing
nice
a library
closet
of engineering
sticker?
technical journals.
I mean, it sounds crazy to say, but last year alone, $17K just from that one
Wow.
sticker. I mean, yeah, it's huge. But yeah, I mean that's really not a nice closet. That's more like, at best, a nice
Nice
medicine
closet.
cabinet. Ah, thank you.
There it is.
Dave.
Thank
$17,000.50. There it is. Thank you.
This is a canister of high-grade multi-purpose oil, very useful for lubricating machinery.
They couldn't have called it like hyper oil or something spacey.
The oil
Yeah, I mean, we
canister
got
is
like a
bolted to the hull
micro.
and can't be taken.
We got this like micro saw, but
This is great. So they've bolted down the
The oil canister,
canister.
is bolted to the hull and can't be taken.
so anything you need to lubricate you have to bring to the oil canister rather than the
It's-
more traditional approach of bringing the oil canister to the thing in need of lubrication.
you want to know why that is? It's because a couple of the ensigns kept stealing the oil canister, so they had to
Or
bolt
wacky
it.
pranks.
Yeah, like and the
This is
chief
a library
engineer
of
had to
engineering
go like,
technical
all right, well,
journals.
These journals
you
may prove
forced
useful
me
in
to
our
do
attempt
this.
to reestablish
As like he's
power.
welding
A
it to the
functioning
wall.
terminal will allow us to examine them.
Okay, this is good. So these are technical journals, the ones that Scotty sometimes talks about reading.
Well, it's too bad Scotty
You
can't
take
be
the
here
engineering
because
technical
he's
journals.
playing with the dolphins.
That's right. The navigational dolphins.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to be on the Enterprise D or the Enterprise nothing/A?
Cetaceous Ops is referenced in TNG, I believe.
Okay.
Obviously, we never see it, but I believe Cetaceous Ops is on the map.
Yeah, I
in,
believe it shows up
TNG.
on. Yeah. I think it shows up in some of like the source books, right?
It might even show up on like at least one like kind of cutaway if you see it like a cross section. But I could totally be wrong about that. I could absolutely be wrong about that. Please do not.
Pretty bold
Yeah,
claims
it's
to know
it's-
everything there is to know about Trek.
It's Fitz backing me up here. It's a little map detail, and of course you could find it in the tech manual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one I have right here. Oh no.
That would have been great. Oh my goodness, what just happened? Is that? Oh, that was that was Jim Walls showing up with a bad move rookie. I heard the sound and I thought I was in Twitch trouble. Thank
The
you, Tom.
hypo is now filled with multi-purpose oil.
So I just got a hypo spray full of oil, which I don't know if that's even how that would work, but I like the idea that we just went there and was like, just siphoned up some oil into it. Okay. We're making progress, Ben. Do you feel like progress is being made?
Every day, I feel that progress is being made. You know, we're all just pushing that enormous rock up that unending mountain.
Yes, like sissy face.
Yeah, like
You
old
connect a
sissy
length of
face.
cable between the impulse engine and the junction box.
Yeah, you know, Silver Streak, I don't feel like a hypo spray would be able to draw up a liquid in the same way. Like, most things that are cartridge-based injection devices usually only shoot one direction. I don't know. I've now the game has lost me.
This is like Full Throttle when Ben siphons off the gas from the motorcycles.
Okay.
Yeah, reverse the polarity. Have you considered that?
I mean, do you think a tachyon pulse is the answer?
The neutron flow is...
You connect a length of cable between the
the
regulator
synchronized
circuits and the
linking.
junction box.
beautifully synced. And can we say perfect squats?
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. I
Very
enjoy
good.
these.
I mean, obviously, if you look at their legs, they are doing squats. Like, you know, they're making sure. Like, I was going to make the joke, like, they didn't skip leg day, but, like, they didn't miss any day. Like, you look at these, you know, beautiful bodies, and it's like, they didn't skip leg day, they didn't skip core day, arms day, armistice day.
They may skip face day. Like,
They
some
did,
of the faces,
yes. Yeah, they did skip face day. All of their face muscles are completely like,
How disconcerting do you think it would be if you like worked at a place where
I do work at a place.
I don't really. I kind of like I have more of a hobby than I do at my place of employment. But thank you for the Hyrule shake, by the way. How disconcerting would it be if everyone's body was shaped precisely like yours, except for the one lady Ahura? Everyone else's body, I mean, like
the Lady Ahura.
the Lady Ahura.
Ah, the Lady Ahura.
We can be like that Mark McKinney character from SNL.
Yeah.
From that odd moment in SNL history.
You know what? He was very good on SNL. Baffling that he was on SNL. I mean, of course, his most memorable sketch on SNL is Bill Brasky.
Yes. Was that Dave Koechner as the other?
That was Dave Koechner. That's
okay. Right. Wow. Who thought we'd end up talking about Dave Koechner tonight? It wasn't in the show notes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. Now use the wires on the target port. You'll use the box to discover that you don't know what setting to put that. So we're going to discover we don't know what we're doing here in just a moment.
Wow, just like real life, huh?
Please select an impedance.
Spock? Captain, the wrong setting on this particular device may cause the fusion reactors to melt down. We will have to do some research to determine the correct setting.
Now, hold on. Can you save and put in the wrong setting? Or no? Because I would love to see this explode.
Yes, okay, let's see what we can do. Now, anything we do here is playing with fire. So, we're going to do it. But if it's, if something goes wrong, it's...
Yeah, like only with a save. Listen, we're saving. It's Ven's fault.
Ven's fault. Okay, so, but before we do this, Ben, can you stand the suspense?
I can stand.
Because Wilco Webb has redeemed 2 tricks and a lie. Now, this time, I have full confidence you're going to get it.
We'll see.
Okay, are you ready?
Again. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me do this.
Round 2. Put your thinking cap on. Okay. Here we go. Option 1. Shadow Lord. Prince Vikram of the planet Angira has been studying on Earth and plans to return to his rather primitive world with revolutionary ideas. Spock and Sulu accompany him home but are quickly embroiled in a savage conflict between Vikram's supporters and the technology-fearing usurpers who have seized his throne. To survive and win Angira back for Vikram, Spock and Sulu must meet their enemies on their own terms, with swords. That's Shadow Lord.
Okay.
Option 2. The Crystal Plague. A deadly virus is spraying across the galaxy, and only the crew of the Enterprise can stop it. However, the mission becomes personal when Lieutenant Uhura falls ill, and the clock is ticking to find a cure before it's too late. As the Enterprise races against time, Scotty must navigate a treacherous asteroid field to retrieve a rare mineral that could hold the key to stopping the plague.
Why does Scotty have to do it?
Probably to pilot a shuttle? I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Meanwhile, a hostile alien race who covet the virus as a weapon of domination confront the Enterprise crew with a deadly ultimatum. With the virus spreading rapidly, the stakes have never been higher. That's the Crystal Plague.
The Crystal Plague. Okay.
Option 3.
Number 3.
Memory Prime. Memory Prime is the central core of an immense computer library, an entire network of research planetoids. Here, the Pathfinders, the only artificial intelligences legally permitted to serve the Federation, control and sift the overwhelming data flow from thousands and thousands of research vessels across the galaxy. The greatest scientists in the Federation have gathered at Memory Prime for the prestigious Nobel and Z Magnes Prize ceremonies, unaware that a deadly assassin is stalking one of them. As Captain Kirk struggles to save his ship from sabotage and his first officer from accusations of murder, he discovers the hidden assassin is far from the deadliest secret lurking on Memory Prime.
Is this a sequel to the first story last time?
No,
where Spock is also accused of sabotage?
Spock is accused of sabotage, murder, other crimes in nearly all of these, it feels like. So, option 1, Shadow Lord. Prince Vikram has to go back to his planet. Spock and Sulu take up swords as part of his revolution. Crystal Plague. Deadly virus spraying across the galaxy. Uhura falls ill. Alien race wants to use it as a weapon. And Memory Prime, greatest scientists have gathered at this giant database, computer library, but there's sabotage, and Spock has been accused of murder. What is the fake?
So once again, I have one that I believe is real, and then 2 I'm not sure.
What do you believe is real?
I believe that 3 is real. And my rationale for that is that it spends way too long describing something before it touches the cast.
Okay.
And that feels to me like the AI would probably get to, let's talk about Kirk and Spock and all that.
To figure out what Spock's been accused of this time around.
Yeah.
A little sooner.
So that 3 sounds real.
Okay.
So then that leaves 1 and 2. 1, I don't know. So I'm gonna, there's a consensus here that it's 2, and I agree. 2 sounds muddled in the way that some of these AI ones have. There's just a lot of half-baked things, so I'm gonna say 2.
Okay, Ben. If I were willing to eliminate one of the real answers.
Oh no, I was wrong.
Would you? Well, no. I'm just saying. If I took away option 3, Memory Prime is a real book, would that change your answer in any way?
No, because I already eliminated that.
Okay. My friend, you've just gotten your first one correct. The Crystal Plague was generated by an AI. Congratulations. You have done it. You have defeated the artificial intelligence. It's just you, Buster. Well done, Ben. You have proven. I did a reverse Monty Hall in a way that doesn't make sense. I Monty Halled myself, honestly. I'm very proud of you. First of all, I want to say I can see your growth as a person, and I just want to acknowledge that. So, well done. That's 1 out of 5 lifetime. So batting 200.
20%.
Batting
200 is a totally acceptable utility player.
Absolutely. If you're good at something else baseball-y, batting 200 is good enough. Like, if you can throw a really good fastball, nobody's going to complain about batting 200.
Well, I mean, if you're a pitcher batting 200, you're an incredible baseball player.
That's a good point.
You're a very good... And fit, I got the reference, thank you.
You know, if I were going to be a pitcher, I think I would just learn to also be really good at hitting.
Oh, you'd be a regular Ohtani.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Let's see here. So we've done this.
So why haven't pitchers figured out? I mean,
steroids.
It's just they throw the ball, so they know you also have to hit it.
That's a good point. I mean, shouldn't they know better than anyone where the ball's coming as someone who's normally throwing the ball?
Like, pitchers are playing mind games. They know all the mind games.
That's right.
So,
I mean, if you see a ball that doesn't look like it's coming toward the strike zone, just think, I bet this is about to curve, so I'll swing where it's going to be.
Please select
exactly.
an
Hello.
Spock?
Every pitcher should be the best, should be incredible
cause the
batters.
fusion reactors to melt down.
I mean, Joy Bees makes a really good point, though, from the batter's standpoint. If a ball was thrown at me, I would simply hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I want to be clear. I would prefer if I'm in the batter's box, I would often, like, a big problem a lot of hitters have in baseball.
Yes.
They often hit the ball a little too high up, and then it falls down a little too soon, so someone can catch it. I would either hit it low and into like a part where there's a hole in the outfield,
where they
so I
ain't.
can get like a double or a triple. Or if I am going to hit it high, I would hit it like high and far enough so it's a home run. Like that's just basic. Like a lot of baseball players get this wrong.
I think I would just eyeball how high the fence is, and that's going to vary from park to park. You may have a big green monster, or you may have a place where it's just like, barbed wire out there. But yeah, I think I would just eyeball how high the fence is, and then maybe hit it about 5 feet higher than that, just in case, like wind, or, I've just misjudged it slightly, and then I would just, hit it like the distance, but a little bit higher than the fence.
Oh, that's what the movie How High is about.
And scene. Let's see here. So
I had more bits there, but that's a good.
No, I'm sorry. And scene resumed.
No. I'm done. I'm done. That's a good button. We stop on the good button.
Button. Ben's got the button.
I was fired from a job once where I was a stage manager at a short form improv theater. And one of the things that my job as stage manager at this
area of the ship,
improv theater, was that, like, so, they're doing short form games, so they're, like all the Who's Line games.
Gotcha.
And so my job as stage manager was to turn off the lights when I thought that they had, like, got all their jokes.
Gotten all their funny in.
And because if I let it go too long, you'd essentially just be killing them. Like, they'd just be standing there, they'd be like, 500 pirates walk into a bar and oh no, I did every single version of that joke, and they like look and it'd be uncomfortable, and like the audience would smell the flop sweat. So you're supposed to cut them before that, but the thing is if you cut them like when they have more jokes, they were my ride. This was out in the suburbs.
Oh no.
They were my ride back into the city, and so if I cut them too early, all I'd hear on the drive back into Chicago was, I had a couple more jokes. I had a few more jokes. Why did you cut it? I had a few more jokes. Why didn't you let me? I had more jokes. You cut it way too early. Oh, awful. Anyway.
I've been there. I get to do this pretty frequently with students who are rambling in class, where I just eventually interrupt them and summarize what I would have liked them to have said, so I could move on with class. So, yeah, I mean, you could have done that. You could have just been like, "And here's a better way to end that scene. Lights off."
Yeah, I would just turn the god mic on and just say a joke and be like, "And that's my joke," and then turn off the lights.
All right. Oh,
The drill easily breaks through the seal of the panel.
take that, panel seal. We just broke through that space glue. Okay, now
Space clue.
let's see. So we're going to go through that door and then get some record decks. That doesn't sound right.
Oh,
The
they're
door
really
is
into
jammed
vinyl in
shut.
the future.
Wait. Oh, wait, I guess I use this now.
The panel opens easily.
Ben, are you a vinyl guy?
The door is
No,
jammed shut.
Not either.
There's nothing at the moment for me to...
I get it, and I can see it. It's like
The debris is jammed in too
I
tight.
have too many hobbies that cost too much money. Like I can't
Yeah.
get into another hobby that costs a lot of money. Like it's just silly to me. Like I could see it happening too, because like some of them were so cool and like the album art.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that,
Yeah.
but I can't get into another expense. Like I've realized this about myself is it's like sometimes I want to just stay kind of with the mediocre version of something, because if I get too much a taste of the finer things, I'll be like, all right, well then I gotta stick with that. I knocked over the Star Trek.
This is the main thing limiting me on hobbies too. Just like the idea, it's like I can't be into many more things. And I actually have a shameful admission from just earlier today. I've been trying to keep my growing Zelda obsession at arm's length. I don't know if I want to become, a prominent Zelda man, but I gave in and bought a copy of the Hyrule Historia book earlier today, and I haven't bought a coffee table book ever, and I think I'm getting deeper into...
You don't even have like the
Initial
point and click
scans
adventure
show
book.
that the gear
No,
mechanism is
I
currently
don't.
jammed with metallic
That looks pretty
debris.
good. I think about it and then I'm like, I don't need a coffee table book. Like I think about it, I look at it all the time. Like it looks so pretty.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, don't fall down this rabbit hole, my friend.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
The oil seeps into and loosens the debris.
We just oiled some debris. That's definitely how debris works. Once you oil up that debris really well, it just takes care of all your debris problems.
The gears are completely cleared of debris.
There's nothing at the moment.
We did it. Oh man, it's the auxiliary bridge. Was this ever established in TOS?
I don't think
Save new game.
No, I don't
save,
think
replace previous. Delete
the
previous game.
TOS discusses an auxiliary bridge, but I could be wrong. Wait,
Save
did
new
you
game.
wait? Hold on. Did you try to blow up the ship? Did it not happen?
Oh, it didn't let me. That's a
yeah.
great question. Why I did, it just said the same message again. I should have pointed that out. Ooh, the DS9 coffee table book for Christmas. So
all right. Well, you know what? I would get that.
I had a
Yeah.
copy of the Deep Space Nine Companion, which had the commentaries for every episode.
I need to get that. I want
It is
that.
fantastic. I must have read through that thing like 50 times. And just absolutely loved it. Yeah, Ricky's right. This is the scene where things start getting a little bit iffy. So we're going to get the record decks on the floor. That's the colorful thing over there, I believe. Let's see.
These are Federation standard record decks.
Wait. Record decks. We'll put them in our record player. It was in the
Mutate
changeling?
record decks.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to
Well, here we go.
lock things up.
The impulse power allocation controls are functional, but there is no power available, Captain. Nothing to report.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power. These are the auxiliary...
This input-output slot for the record decks is still functional, Captain.
Is it record or record? Oh man, somebody need to do some better directing here.
Sensors.
It says to use the tricorder on the rightmost computer 4 times. Proceed.
Sure.
This input-output... This input-output... This input-output... This input...
All right,
Nothing
you've now
to
done
report,
it 4
Captain.
times. Now
That
throw
can't be
some
right.
salt over your
Nothing to
shoulder.
report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Sensors.
This input-output... The impulse power alloc...
That was
Mr.
a very
Spock, what
good
is the
bit
status
on
of the
lower
ship's
deck.
Fuck, I'm hurt
There is
bad.
extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Oh wow.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock. We don't exactly carry an M5 computer in our inventory.
Correct, Doctor. However, there may
I'm
be another
tired.
alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single starship system.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
Yeah, I love Leonard Nimoy too. Which was it?
Every time. Sorry, you first.
Oh no, I was gonna say, was it Civ 3 that Leonard Nimoy did the voice work?
Civ 4.
Civ 4.
Civ 4 is Leonard Nimoy, and yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Now you do yours.
Every time in all of these episodes that the ensign pipes up is just an absolute treat and a treasure.
Yes.
Because it's always just like, yeah, like DeForest Kelley and Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner, and then like the Sessions actor.
Probably one of the sound engineers.
Thank God for parallel processing.
Thank God for blast processing.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, like, how else will Sonic the Hedgehog be able to run so fast? Mario
He's gotta
would
go
never.
fast. He'll
Sarah
die if he
Kell,
doesn't.
I'm sure if you're not a Civ head, I would recommend. I'm sure you could find a compilation of his narrated bits on YouTube, and I would sincerely recommend listening to it, because the reads he gives for Civ 4 are really good.
Yeah,
I forget what technology is beep beep beep, which I won't attempt to do in his incredible style.
Yes. I mean, also probably Civ 4 right now is like 79 cents on some online store. You can also just buy that. It's probably cheaper than YouTube. I don't know how much does it cost to watch a video on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Captain's log. Stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardane system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate.
Wow, that Dick Patterson, he's not one for
Captain's
speeches.
log. Stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by 2 unidentified ships. I don't know how
You can
they
hear
have
them.
approached undetected. They must have some kind of cloaking device, although there are no reports of Romulans in this sector.
No Romulans.
Nothing happens.
No Romulans.
Captain's log. Stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines.
Oh yeah,
Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector. I requested Mr. Scott's assistance in repairing damage to the Republic. With luck, we will be fully operational in a couple of days.
Who's going to come along to repair damage to this Republic?
He's fully functional in a few days.
Captain's log, Stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us.
Inexplicably?
Wounded. We've sustained major damage.
That's
to
worse
all
than
systems.
inexplicably.
Impulse power is out.
Hold on.
I cannot understand why.
There are no more log decks, Captain.
Yeah. Welcome, Webmates and Great Boy. Yeah. Enterprise attacked the Republic? That's impossible. Okay, let's see here. So we clicked on that a bunch of times. Now this is where things get hairy. This is apparently where you totally break everything. Use the engineering terminals or technical journals on the far right computer. So now we're going to just slap it with a book.
Jess, don't you mean this is where things get very hairy, Kim?
Yeah, no, this is where things get very hairy mud.
Don't you mean this is where everything gets very hairy? Are there other Harrys?
Harry?
Are there other Harrys on Trek? We got Mud and Kim.
Harrison. Yeah, there's got to be a Harrison at some point, right? Is there a Commander Harrison? Was that Fraser's name? What was was that Ferris Bueller's friend?
Oh,
Captain Harrison.
Yeah.
No.
That actor still is still looks great, and he's like 70. He still looks the same way.
No, he looks fabulous.
Like in Succession, I'm like, how old is this guy? Like 55? No.
Morgan Bateson's Fraser. That's right. Slap that technical manual. Oh, what?
Captain, I examined the
Spock, please.
According to Chapter 18,
this is turned into slash fic, and we weren't even ready for it.
We need a lesson in starship engineering.
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain.
Uh-oh, Ben.
Yeah, what?
It's come back around.
All right,
this is your final chance for 2 Treks and a Lie. So you're on a 1-round streak.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
This is the toughest one. Round 3. Option 1. The Mind Pirates. The crew of the USS Enterprise found themselves facing a new and terrifying threat. A group of telepathic pirates have taken control of the ship and are using the crew's thoughts as weapons. Kirk and Spock must work together to find a way to fight back against this insidious invasion of their minds. As they struggle to regain control of their own thoughts, the crew is thrown into chaos. Meanwhile, Dr. McCoy discovers a hidden laboratory on board the ship, where a rogue scientist has been conducting dangerous experiments on a captive alien creature. With tensions running high and the crew under attack from within and without, the Enterprise is on the brink of destruction. Can Kirk and his crew overcome the telepathic invaders and stop the rogue scientist before it's too late? That is the Mind Pirates.
Okay.
Option 2. The Pandora Principle. A Romulan bird of prey mysteriously drifts over the neutral zone and into Federation territory. Admiral Kirk and the crew of the Enterprise investigate, only to find the ship dead in space. When Starfleet orders the derelict ship brought to Earth for investigation, the Enterprise returns home with perhaps her greatest prize. But the bird of prey carries a dangerous cargo, a deadly force that is soon unleashed in the heart of the Federation. Suddenly, the only hope for the Federation's survival lies buried in the tortured memory of Commander Spock's protege, a cadet named Saavik. Together, Spock and Saavik must return to the nightmare world of Saavik's birth, a planet called Helgard, to destroy the secret behind the Romulans' most deadly threat of all. That's the Pandora Principle.
Okay.
Option 3. The Great Starship Race. When a friendly alien people called the Ray make contact with the Federation, they are thrilled to learn the galaxy has a large number of intelligent races. To bring the myriad cultures to their world, the Ray host a celebration, inviting space-faring peoples to send representative ships to compete against one another, and the Great Starship Race is born. As the Federation's flagship, the USS Enterprise, under the command of Captain James T. Kirk, is sent to compete. But the event takes a dark turn when a Romulan warship arrives and demands to join the race. Soon, Kirk and the Romulan commander engage in a deadly game of cat and mouse, and for Kirk and his crew, the race becomes a struggle for survival. Faced with treachery at every turn, Kirk must protect his ship from relentless attack and prevent the annihilation of an entire world. So we have the Mind Pirates, the Pandora Principle, and the Great Starship Race. Ben, which is the fake?
So I'm I'm gonna first off say, do what I have, which is I'm gonna eliminate one that I feel pretty strongly about, which is I think number 2. I think that one's real.
Okay.
I feel reasonably confident that 2 is real.
Okay. Savick from the planet called Hellguard. Hellguard.
So yeah, I think that's real. Now Robin is picking up on something I also noticed.
Okay.
Which is that there's a question of, because you tripped on your tongue a little bit with a third one as well.
Okay. I will say this part this part that's being pointed out, that was a slip of the tongue. The text does actually say USS Enterprise. So don't over focus on that. That was not a tell.
That was a thing last week.
Yes.
That was a tell last week.
Yes, that was not the case here.
That said, okay, so the Great Starship Race sounds so sounds like one of the more ridiculous premises from last week that I would have thought was fake, but now I believe is like kind of a corny paperback book affectation. So I am going to say 1 because I've eliminated 2 and 3.
You say the Mind Pirates.
I say the Mind Pirates
are the fake option here.
Yeah.
Then you're correct. You have done it once again. You have, here at the end, figured out the secrets of 2 Treks and a Lie. You've done it. That's a grand total of 2 out of 6. That's a respectable 33%.
Yeah.
Not bad. Congratulations. So
thank you.
I like your thought process there. You were mentioning earlier you might want to elaborate on your strategy or things that you've noticed in this. Have you done that already, or do you have thoughts on 2 Treks and a Lie?
I did elaborate on it. It was largely it was that last week the chat GPT ones were all kind of like the most kind of innocuous ones. Which makes sense. Like, I shouldn't be like, because you think of like, I think I was thinking a little too much like the AI art, which is like so weird and bizarre. But like AI text is drawing from a bunch of text things, and it should come out as like, especially if you're not like in a late version of the conversation where you're constantly challenging it to fight you or whatever, like that person at the New York Times did.
Yes.
It should be like extremely like bland sounding and very like yeah, you know, that's like one of those like 60 episodes of Next Generation that I've seen like 5 times each, but I couldn't tell you a single thing about them.
No, that checks out. I think that's a good logic to think of it with. I mean, here, I will say this last round, I really pumped up the AI.
That was my question.
Like
I was going to ask you this. Did you put a little bit more of a thumb on the scale knowing that I had figured that out about the AI?
Yes. What I asked the AI to do on the final round,
what I thought.
especially, was I gave it the prompt, like write a synopsis in the style of a 1980 Star Trek original series novel. I used the phrase bombastic, outlandish, but not silly or funny, and include a seemingly unrelated B plot. Which trying to get a little bit.
DAG immediately picked up.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I'd tried in my head to like justify what that B plot could be. Like, there's some sort of rogue, Starfleet scientist who's doing experiments that brings the Mind Pirates there in the first place. But it was a stretch. Yeah, the B story there made very little sense. It was a pretty good tell.
It didn't, but I could see it within the context of these types of books, like where it's just like somebody discovers that in one of like the suites or whatever, there's somebody doing all sorts of unauthorized experiments. I mean,
Yeah,
that
like
that
he has
works.
his daughter in a transporter beam or something.
Yeah.
This turbo lift.
What, like Mbenga?
Yes.
This is the same hall. Oh wait, no, it is literally. Okay.
Yeah, no, we have to go from one set of turbo lifts to another. It's not great. Okay, back in here. So now, I think this is where things get really tricky. Return to the auxiliary control room. Oh wait, use the junction box to restore power. Okay, we're going to do this, Ben. Are you ready?
All right. More power.
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting to be 19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and adjust the settings, Spock.
Power has now been restored, Captain.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that.
That looks nice.
That does look very nice. Let's see here. So now power's back on. We're going to return to the auxiliary control room and see what sort of damage we can cause there. We'll have something wacky like an alien child crying and destroying 95% of the Federation, asks Paul, not Pat. Oh man, the burn. What a bad...
What a burn.
Yes. They should have given us a burn notice that season was going to be terrible. Like the show Burn Notice. Okay, now there's all kinds of power.
This turbo lift.
Oh my god. Why is this such a back and forth bit of nonsense? Okay. Then we're going back to auxiliary control. Are you ready for this?
You know, that first screen had so much promise, that destroyed bridge.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm a little let down by this episode.
Well, let me tell you what you should do when it's over. Old Devil Moon. No.
Save new game.
What you want to do is you need to track down an ebook copy of the Great Starship Race, because it's a pretty good book. It's not bad at all. I would actually recommend that one. I've read that one. I've read a surprising number of the ones that we've talked about. Great Starship Race is good, clean fun. It's just good, clean fun.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna look this up. Great Starship Race.
Okay.
67th book.
Yes.
By Pocket Books.
That's traditionally where you get some of the best work, after they've really got their legs under them.
By Diane Carey.
Mm-hmm.
This just sounds so, like, it's such a silly premise. I was like, hey, I did not come up with this.
Yeah. I will say Diane Carey is one of your top shelf Star Trek writers, especially if you enjoy reading work by someone who may be slightly infatuated with Spock. Which is honestly most of the authors from that period.
When they were making
Spock crudely
TNG,
attaches the medical tricorder
are any
to
of
the
the first or
Most
second season
tricorders are rigged
writers
into the main computer's central
former
processing
like
unit.
Pocket Books
We now have enough
writers?
computational power to control
That's a good
single
question.
ship's system.
You
It's
know,
like with Doctor Who, with like the revival of Doctor Who, a lot.
Captain, look, an Alassi ship.
That ship was
A lot of them were like writers.
Is that all you
before.
can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shield.
just a moment. Okay. Oh no, what'd I do? Okay. Let's
Save new game.
I think now we're on a timer, so I'm going to get yet another save here. But this is a good question. You know, the only case I can think of off the top of my head
Save new game.
of novelists making the jump over to the series would be Garfield and Judith Reeves Stevens's, who worked on some of the later seasons of Enterprise. Like, once Enterprise turned into fan service in those last seasons or two, they wrote several of those episodes, and they also wrote the book Memory Prime that we talked about earlier. They also have some good Deep Space Nine novels that I'd recommend. They're among your better ones, and I think when they were looking for people that could come in and, like, if we're going to make Enterprise all about just making fans happy, what does that look like? They were the people that were recruited. Garfield and Judith Reeves Stevens's. Let's see. You're on a time limit. Use the far left console to allocate power to the somethings.
With Impulse Power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Okay, what do we want to do?
Ricky is screaming weapons.
Okay, so...
Or you'll soft lock.
Okay, weapons is on the table. Okay, yeah, let's do the weapons.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
Okay, now it says... Let's see. Use the far left console to allocate power to weapons. Use the left side of the center console, but not the blinking button. Can't use the blinking button. That's a trap.
Please don't use the blinking button.
Yeah, just don't pay attention to that blinking button. Not important.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Weapons control is functioning properly. However, there appears to be a jam in the primary loading mechanism.
Oh, well, you know what?
The torpedo loading system
It's
is
a good thing I
malfunctioning.
played Codename
To clear
Iceman,
it, we
so
will
I
have
know how
physically
to
examine the mechanism. Currently,
handle
all
this
turbolift access
situation.
to the torpedo
Go and
bay
fix
is
the jam
blocked
in
by
the
a hull
torpedo
breach.
system.
It is imperative that we get
Time to get the wave!
online.
Okay, we want to save again, is the word on the street.
Save new game.
You ready? Let's see here.
Replace previous delete.
Plumbers.
Save new game.
Alright, so... Past... Bug? Okay. So let's see here. Now that we've done this, we want to... It says here in the in the walkthrough, this next part isn't well programmed. Allocate power to the transporters and leave the room as quickly as possible.
With Impulse Power online,
Weapons. Shield. Transporter circuits.
Power allocated to transporter systems, sir.
Captain,
Thank you,
I
Ensign.
suggest we try...
Don't listen to Spock, apparently.
Yeah, the word is in my walkthrough not to listen to Spock. Let's see here. So it says leave the room quickly.
If
run
the ship
down
can't
to the...
see us, it can't destroy us.
That's right. That's right. Run down to the transporter bay and use the screen in the middle of the transporter console. Okay. So how do we get there? Where do we get there? Okay, transporter.
This turbo lift.
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna do this, Ben.
So wait, do we get anything else out of that woman in the sickbay, or is that it?
I think that was it. Just what we were also told in several other places already.
Yeah, like that wasn't really...
Okay, now that we're here. What we do. Okay. Use the screen in the middle of the transporter console, then use the right side of the console. Okay, this is going to be good. Check this out. Check this out, Ben. Okay, we're going to use this.
Spock, please check out the transporter.
Check this out.
See if this one moves you.
Transporter systems are operational, Captain. Coordinates have been set to the photon torpedo loading bay.
Okay, now we just need a volunteer to teleport into a photon torpedo.
Spock, please check out the transport. Ensign...
I'll do my best, sir.
Oops. I'm sorry, I accidentally clicked through that. We're sending the ensign down to the,
Do it, Spock.
Bye, buddy.
I've reached the torpedo loading bay, Captain. It's not too badly damaged, fortunately.
What's causing the malfunction in the loading mechanism?
The inner loading door is stuck in the closed position. Now, I can force it open, but when the loading cycle has begun, the room will lose pressure. We won't be able to beam back here again.
Do it, Ensign. We'll just have to gamble that the system doesn't jam again.
The door doors open, Captain. I'm ready to transport back.
Beam him back,
Oh, that's
Spock.
easy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a problem at all. Whoa! Oh no, he's not fully formed yet. Okay, now we're just all standing. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to say good job or anything. Use the fusion power pack on the red box. Do I still have that?
Yep, there it is.
Nothing happens.
Maybe
Nothing
the red
happens.
box on the top
Nothing happens.
right.
Yeah.
Spock, would it be possible to connect the fusion power pack directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
So if we had installed this earlier, there would have been no way to raise the shields, and it would have just been game over.
Ooh, it's playing some beautiful sci-fi sounds.
It's like they just booted up Windows or something.
Yeah.
Okay, back to auxiliary control.
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship.
I know, Spock. I know. Well, these corridors are great, though, aren't they?
You know, they're the best part.
I mean, that's the thing. They're the best part. Nobody talks about it, but the main thing to remember is they're the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're going to raise shields.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Oh, the suspense
Weapons.
is killing me.
Shields.
Shields are up, sir.
There we go.
Captain, we are being hailed by the Alassi captain.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
Oh, I hate this guy.
You should be more civil, considering your enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made you captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me.
I think we are going to do option 2, whatever that is.
It will take time. The controls are smashed.
Oh,
and
this
the
is
main
very
computer
Kirk.
badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks. Just try and get it. You can't threaten me.
He throws on his glasses.
The controls
for
are
that.
smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks.
Oh, man. I feel like I have some sort of deep embedded memory of what Hardly Worgen just said in the chat. A satire thing where Picard defeated the Borg by installing Windows 95 onto a Borg cube and crashing the ship. That does feel very familiar somehow.
Maybe I
He
should
gave
just
the Borg
pop
a
few
blue
torpedoes
screen of
into your
death.
shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes.
Wow.
And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
Wait, I hear your crew arguing
Save new
audibly
game.
in the background.
Replace delete previous.
Is this some sort of trick?
Save new game.
Okay. Near end. Hey, Goose. Let's see. So now what we want to do. We're going to do the old classic bargain for time and then shoot them anyway, I believe. Let's see. We're going to use our communicator to hail the pirates and select 2. Okay. Allocate power to the weapons. Do we really need to hail the pirates, or is that just what happened?
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have retrieved the data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files. Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer's subspace transmitter is out.
Okay.
How convenient, Kirk. We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power.
They didn't say it right.
Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
Okay. Now we're going to...
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
No tricks, just traps. Hey, Goose.
Power allocated to weapon systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Alassi ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain.
Then there's a flashing green button it says to hit.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Photon torpedoes are loaded and ready to be fired.
Bink.
Yeah. Classic Kirk. Wow.
Wow, that ship fell down in
should have
space.
known you'd
It's
try
hard to
something
imagine.
underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
The Weapons
We
Master!
can't, Captain. All weapon systems offline.
Aha.
Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device, Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself, Captain. It may be sooner than you realize.
Oh no.
Wow.
This is it. This is the big finale.
We're fine,
Yes,
Lieutenant.
yes, this is what everybody loves.
Nearby, and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some business with him. Scotty, beam us back. We need to find that ship that attacked the Republic.
Yeah, this guy's been hitting the grape pond for sure.
Yeah, word on the street says that this battle is brutal.
Yeah, wait, so question here.
Yes.
How did they make it look like the Enterprise?
I'm gonna say paper mache.
Captain's log, stardate 6089.6. We are in pursuit of the starship that destroyed the Republic. Its trail is leading us to the planet Vardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals of other Federation cultures.
Captain, I did not expect to hear
Wait,
you
it's a
judge an entire
Federation?
culture.
Oh,
I
wait.
understand
Thank you,
your
Spock.
I had bad experiences with the Vardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading the Constitution.
My prejudice is justified, Spock.
At warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Oh, there we
Sensors
go, my
indicate
answer.
It is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including
Wow.
hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies.
Yeah, I mean, what else can we do?
Increase to warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet. Open hailing frequencies.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2.
Oh no.
I'm Dr.
Wow.
Ayers Burdell of the Verdane Defense Force. You do remember me, don't you, Captain?
I mean, no.
10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Vardane Council.
The old Verdane Council. Politics is such a fickle business.
It is.
The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to
Doesn't
build a
make sense.
Constitution-class ship?
I mean,
You have 10 seconds to lower your shields and power down your weapons, or we will fire. You won't get away with this. The Vardane can't honestly expect to take on the entire Federation.
I think it wants us to choose option 1 again. But
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class
I mean,
ship?
what the...
That's a incredible question.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then there's just also, I mean, this is like classic Spider-Man stuff. Like, Chameleon's going to dress up as Spidey and go around town committing crimes to ruin his reputation. But it's like, I don't know if that's going to work with a fake Enterprise.
Our intelligence
Wow, it
network
looks
is better than
exactly.
yours, Captain.
It looks and
How
acts
else does one
exactly
gather
like the
secret
Enterprise.
information?
That's the thing,
You
it's
are a
easy to
member of
look
the
like it, it's
Federation.
acting
You've
like
signed
it to get
Federation
you.
treaties.
And we shall
Yes,
break
I have
them.
an exciting
The Federation's
announcement about the
interference in our
Discord.
internal affairs is intolerable.
Kevin has shared
You
a
must have
link
been
to
building that
the
ship long before the Persian
Microsoft
crisis.
enters the Star Trek
Captain,
universe. The
all
lost
wars
episode,
require
Borg versus
justification.
Bill Gates.
They aren't supposed
Oh.
to be fun. You have your justification and I have mine. Don't take diplomacy so seriously. However, Captain, I do intend to enjoy myself. I do intend to enjoy seeing Lieutenant Kirk's ship go up in flames. I
Wow.
shall laugh at the sight.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell. I'm sure you will.
But
You're a
who
fool,
are...
Bridell. You can't defeat a
Go
trained
ahead.
Federation crew unless you ambush them. We'll see who gets the laugh.
Go
I'm
see
sure you
this?
sure.
I have noted that the Federation enjoys talking, Captain.
I probably just soft blocked this. We're going to go right to
Your
mission
grave.
1.
Prepare to be destroyed.
All right, here it is.
Raising shields. Arming
All right.
weapons. Target analysis.
Hey, don't shoot the planet.
Well, that's my plan. They won't see it coming.
Yeah, that's true. They won't. Uh-oh.
I just Kobayashi Maru'd them. Okay. This is going to be great. This is only going to take like half an hour.
There are several Elassie ships closing rapidly along with our twin. It seems Bridell has called up reinforcements.
I was gonna say, aren't there supposed to be also like multiple bad guys in this one? And there they are.
Game.
Yep.
Cancel. Delete previous game.
Okay, so now we're in the save.
Save new game.
Final battle. Oh man. We don't stand a chance, do we? Oh no.
There you go. That's one.
Let's see. Damage report. Get my shields back up, Scotty. Okay, this isn't going great. Okay. Wow. I mean, I guess get my phasers back.
Phasers repaired, Captain.
Oh, sweet.
Aye, sir. Torpedoes repaired.
Lower shields, Captain.
No, don't lower shields.
Our weapons are offline. Aye, sir. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
Okay, I don't think we're going to get this one down.
The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline. Aye, sir.
I mean, can you imagine playing all the way through this game and getting to this?
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
The end.
Load of guns has been destroyed. Load of previously saved
Don't worry, we
game.
have a spare.
At least Enterprise 2 will carry on its great legacy. Wow. So let's do a postmortem on that battle.
Yeah, I'm in.
Ben, is there any chance of me winning that with additional attempts?
I absolutely don't think so.
No, I don't either. So I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to Kirk this Kobayashi Maru. I believe this is a no-win situation.
Do you have your apple?
I do. Yeah, we get my apple. I will aggressively eat an apple
Load of previously saved game.
as I Kirk this situation. So let's see here.
Restart. Quit the game.
Quit the game forever. All right. So here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. Are you ready? We're going to try cheat. I'm going to install a secret backdoor into this computer. And if all goes according to plan, when I play it again, when we load it back up, it should allow us to cheat our way through the end of this. So we'll see if it works. Okay, I think it's going to work.
All right.
Ben, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Let's see here. So here we go. We're cheating.
Space,
you have to reach
the final frontier.
Oh no.
To me
These are the voyages of the starship.
Oh yes, of course.
Its mission?
Let's see here.
To explore strange new worlds. To discover new
screen
life,
share.
new civilizations.
Demon World.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Demon World.
Thank you. Demon World.
Welcome to Demon World.
Yeah, we were at a world everyone was enjoying seeing demons.
It was a demon world.
Yeah.
Battle of the B-52s.
Yeah.
Demon World.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's
Is it possible he's more tired every time we've heard him say it?
Yeah, it's actually they wake him up every
Captain
time.
Patterson.
Captain Patterson, wait a minute. Dick Patterson, the one that's not often.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
It all comes full circle, folks.
Okay.
You can't write. You can't write better than this.
Demonic world. Okay.
All right, we're back, and we're back. Stop playing the music.
Oh no, it's stalled out. Oh, what's happened? Oh, you can't move. Oh no.
What's going on?
Ah,
That's
beans. Wow. Oh, this is not moving either. Oh man. This is such a better game right away.
Hey, Jess. Looks like you made that ship yesterday's Enterprise.
That's the last of them, Captain.
Well done, Ben.
Duplicate Enterprise indeed. That alien contraption was no match for the real thing.
What if the Vardain have more
Apple crunch.
Constitution-class vessels?
The Federation will blockade Vardain until they agree to destroy their weapons facilities and all non-authorized ships.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the destruction
Oh,
of the USS
95!
Republic and evaluate your performance at 95%.
All right, we're going to have to run it back.
You and your crew received 3 commendation points.
Not enough
The
commendation
top brass
points.
at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim. We have reviewed your overall performance for this year at 85%.
They give me a raise?
A competent performance, Captain.
What?
You have met Starfleet standards that we expect out of a starship,
So, Ricky,
Captain.
as someone
Good luck on
who
future
quite
missions.
knows...
Well, that was a rather underwhelming evaluation.
It was a logical appraisal, Captain. We did
Is
make
there, like,
numerous
what's the
That's what
100%
being human
ending
is
like?
about, Spock. We aren't machines. We're imperfect.
Hell yeah,
I'm
McCoy.
proud of it.
I had
Tell
noticed
it,
that,
Spock,
Doctor,
that
from a cursory glance at your
blooded
history.
freak.
Indeed, given the
Yeah,
number of
about the
errors
same.
that humanity
Okay.
has made.
The challenge, Mr. Spock, is to learn from your mistakes and make yourself a better person. It's something we can do on our next mission.
Want to bet?
Warp Factor 2
Wanna
to
bet?
our next destination, Mr. Sulu.
Wow. It got really cynical there at the end. We did it, Ben. We did it. And we only looked at a walkthrough 5 times.
Oh, 5 times.
Well, 1 for each time
Very
we
few
played the
people have
game.
the ability to fire up
Oh.
our imaginations and make us think about the human condition. Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, was one of those people. He took us where no man has gone before and beyond. He created a starship, its crew, and an entire universe and brought them to life for millions of people. Without Gene, there would have been no Star Trek computer game or a Star Trek television series. Gene Roddenberry, born 1921, died 1991. We honor your memory.
Wow.
Oh, that was sweet.
I mean, yeah, that was very sweet. And Shatner didn't phone
Load a
that part
previously
in.
saved game.
Game over. If you worked on this game,
Now
dude,
to DOS.
That's right. Well, I
The
guess.
credits are at the top. The
Oh, that's
credits are
right.
at the top.
That's right. Demon World. So,
Demon World.
I was at a party. A demon walked through the party's door.
Demon, demon, demon world. Demon world. All right.
Okay, that's very good. Well, we did it, gang.
Yeah.
Now, we might need a Demon World sticker. You know, Nick's not rock. That would be a bad sticker.
Demon World. Demon World. Demon World.
Here we go. Oh, wait, Pickled Dog. How about this
Demon
one?
World.
Spock Lobster.
Spock Lobster. That's good.
Okay, so we beat the game. Ben, I could not have done this without you. You were integral to this process, and thank you so much for joining me for this. What's your final review?
Well, you know,
make the appropriate Game Pro guy face to tell me how you feel about this game.
I mean, as an adventure game, I'm going to say it's got some problems.
Yes.
It's got it's got some problems, but as a licensed product, it's like top shelf. Like,
well, especially by the standards of Star Trek licensed products, I feel like. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah. Oh my.
Oh my. Yeah, exactly. With the Ben 52.
That's very good. That's very good. Yeah. No, I would agree. I think that, I mean, I love this game because it's Star Trek and it feels like the original series in all the good and bad senses of that. And just getting to hang out with the original cast makes it worthwhile. But Ben, what if I told you the space venture, if you will, hasn't ended? What if I told you next week I'm coming back with another quest set in space? It is the 3rd anniversary of the stream. Retro Adventure Wednesday is busting out one of the big guns, one we've had in the back pocket for a long time now. I'm going to be playing Space Quest 5, The Next Mutation.
That's my favorite Space Quest.
It's
my favorite.
Neck and neck with Space Quest 3 is my favorite as well. I love me some Space Quest 5. I figured what better way to celebrate 3 years online with all of y'all than playing some Space Quest 5.
It's a really solid game. It looks really good. It scared the shit out of me as
Which
a child.
parts?
When you see the Goliath taken over by the Pucoids and you see Captain Quirk's face and it melts off.
Yes.
I deleted the game from our computer and I was like, I'm never playing this game again.
That is some serious jump scare.
It scared the shit out of me. I had nightmares for months. I did not return to that game until I was an adult.
I was just going to say, it's hard to believe this was just 3 years ago. And you've got so far.
It was, the pandemic started and I was like, fine, I guess I'll play this Space Quest.
But we'll save that for next week. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I will be around. I think I may stream tomorrow night. I'm going to be out of town this weekend, so I may sneak in a stream tomorrow night. Will it be Wind Waker? Will it be Marvel's Midnight Suns? Hard to say. Probably Wind Waker because I can't quit playing it. But the important thing is, all of you were here. You hung out. We had a great time. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Ben, especially for being here. As we wind down, let's see if we can find somewhere to raid to. Oh my goodness. So many terrific options to choose from. Where do we raid? Where do we raid? Where do we raid? Where do we raid?
PS underscore Jedi. Why am I saying
PS underscore Jess? Yes, definitely.
PS underscore Garrick.
Definitely follow Ben. Ben, do you have anything else you'd like to plug before we wrap
Last
up?
Best Babylon 5 podcast. There we go. Done.
Everyone be sure to follow Ben over at PS underscore Garrick if you aren't already. I know a lot of us already are, but Ben and the Adventure Tuesday crew are some of my favorite streamers on all of this platform. It's a highlight of my week getting to hang out with them, watching them play terrific old adventure games. So definitely drop a follow over there. And we are going to raid to the most logical place from here. We're going to do some unlimited Steam. We're just going
I knew
it! We're going back to unlimited Steam. We're going to watch Principal Chalmers come over for a lovely dinner at Principal Skinner's house and see what happens next. So I'm going to start that raid. I'm going to end the stream. Live long and prosper, Ben.
Live long and prosper, Jess.